towards increasing food production in the state, especially with the 2 hectares of land and other inputs provided by the ministry. Finally, I want to urge the parents to give the graduates the necessary encouragement to continue to prosper in their noble profession. Thank you all, and may God bless.
Àwọn àgbà máa ń sọ pé ká dà á lẹ̀ ká tún ṣà kì í ṣe òwe tọmọ ní kerosene lè pa tó bá dà á lẹ̀ kí ló fẹ́ tún ṣà.
As well as àtòjì ọ̀run ló ti gbà wá. Adébánjọ Adéwálé gbélé kalẹ̀. Ọlátúndé Adé Àjọmúsí. Táwọn àgbájé gbélé kalẹ̀ Richard Joseph Ọlá Fowókẹ́ náà Òjìkùtù Jẹ́mílà Oyèbí Ìjò Tóyàn Mike. Best student in cross. Hold on.
To give a response on behalf of my colleagues for the great honor bestowed on us today. Certainly, this moment is one of the happiest moments in our lives by giving honor given to us during our training program by members of academic and non-academic staff of Lagos State Agricultural Training Institute and we are very grateful. We are appealing to the Lagos State government to further increase its commitment in agriculture by getting us agricultural loans. Finally, we express our gratitude to those who are resolutely committed towards supporting Lagos State Agricultural Training Institute, and rather, especially those who have found time out of their tight schedule to greet this memorable occasion. May God bless you all. Thank you.
To move the vote of thanks. Actually, that's a very simple job. All I can do is just come here and say thank you. But when I see the chief executive of the state and all the top managers in Lagos State here, I cannot just come here and say thank you. I think the military administrator needs a very big thank you. And maybe I need to apologize for the inadequacies in this arrangement. The notice was very militant and very short. We had only 3 days to prepare this ceremony. So I want to apologize for any inadequacy. And on that note, I want to say a big thank you to the military administrator.
Oh, that's it. Inside, move inside, okay.
Excellency, Olabusoye Oyinlola, the Youth Administrator of Lagos State, the Secretary to the State Government, His Royal Highness, Highnesses, Obas and Chiefs, the proposed National Constitutional Conference that we address various constitutional issues and related ones affecting our great contribution. As the father, a meeting was held at Ibadan on the 31st of January, 3rd and 7th of February this year.
The Secretary to the State Government, my colleagues, Council of Obas and Chiefs, the Director Generals, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The DG in charge of chieftaincy has enumerated a bit of our activities for the submission of the memorandum from the Lagos State Council of Obas and Chiefs to the other 5 states in the Yoruba-speaking area. Indeed, there was an invitation for that meeting on the 31st of January 1994, summoned for Ibadan in the old Western House of Assembly. Unfortunately, when we got to that meeting, only 2 memorandums were ready, that of Osun and Ogun states. We in Lagos State haven't got our own memorandum ready like our counterpart from Oyo, Ondo, and Osun State. However, the meeting was adjourned to the 3rd of February 1994 for us to be able to submit our memorandum. On return to Lagos, we arranged a meeting of the Obas and eminent citizens of Lagos State for the completion of our memorandum, and we quickly arranged the meeting of the Lagos State Council of Obas and Chiefs for the 2nd of February 1994 to ratify the memorandum before it is presented to the joint meeting of the Yoruba State speaking area. However, on the 3rd of February, we met, we submitted our memorandum, and the Oyo State also submitted theirs, but the Ondo State is not ready. We set up a small committee to collate the memorandum from Ogun, Ondo, Oyo, and Lagos, so that by the time we meet on the 7th of February, our activities will be lessened. However, we met on the 7th, which was Monday. The Ondo State Council of Obas and Chiefs presented their own memorandum. We deliberate on the 5 memorandum and then set up a committee to put them together in one memorandum. And this took us about 3 days in Ibadan. Some of us have to send messages back home that we have been tied down by state matters. Memorandum assigned by all concerned on the 5 states. The memorandum has since been presented. On behalf of my brother Obas, the members of the Lagos State Council of Obas and Chiefs, and the Obas and eminent citizens of Lagos State, I have the honor to present to Your Excellency the memorandum submitted by the Lagos State Council of Obas and Chiefs and the joint memorandum submitted by the Council of Obas of Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, and Ondo states of Nigeria for onward transmission to the NCCC. I have the honor to present you these copies.
Members of the State Executive Council are present, the Secretary to the State Government, Your Royal Highnesses, members of the Lagos State Council of Obas and Chiefs. I must express my delight at what is happening this morning, and that is to say precisely your efforts towards the Constitutional Conference, which has been slated for some time later this year by the federal government. I want to praise your effort in that according to the sayings of the elders, that when a finger is afflicted, definitely the rest of the body shares out of the pain arising from that affliction. And that's why it's a sign of good things to come when one could see that royal fathers are concerned with the cause of things in Nigeria. And this is why I want to commend the efforts, and I want to say that you don't relent, because we will continue to depend on your wealth of experience. We want to achieve our desired good. I can assure you that this will be taken to the right quarters immediately, and it will be given the attention it deserves. Once more, I want to thank you and commend you for your effort, and please continue to be of positive influence on the governing of the country, Nigeria. Thanks so much.
Chief Justice, I'm told that there has to be we still must ask the chairman.
Our chief host, military administrator of Lagos State, and the of Osun State, and please pardon my omission. We are really able to in absentia. The old children church, they are present. Eminent historians and researchers, considering my estimation of the person of Professor Akidogu, the editor of the book, to do a full-length review of this 382-page scholarly work, which after reading, I found to be good. I'm left to pass just a few comments on how I've come to accept to play the role of chairman of this occasion. Who I is, or where I descend from. In accepting to be chairman of this event, I was equally convinced that at this time of political upheaval in our dear nation, when all concerned patriots should be seen to be leading the search for an equitable and workable arrangements for the continued existence of the country as one unit, this kind of gathering is a sure way to contribute towards the search for that long elusive unity. It is disheartening, for instance, that a whole lot of positive contributions that a courageous race unscalable obligation towards the building of a nation, to summon free trial away and draw away of politically motivated acrimonies and self-serving decrees over the supremacy or otherwise of the effect among other Yoruba towns and cities. This book should score high in the aesthetics and content, must go a long way in settling some of the thorny issues of Yoruba history, and just put it to rest a lot of those in
It comprises 5 main companies in different areas of high-tech printing and publishing. As a very young conglomerate in the industry, Sunray Publications Limited and its subsidiary Sunray Graphic Limited have some
can still be appreciated in this country. To all my scholarly colleagues, therefore, who are on the verge of giving up, I say do not give up. There are still large numbers of great men and women in this country, as evidenced by this gathering, who are sufficiently endowed with intellectual abilities and who can appreciate all the efforts and support them that have been gathering us over the years. They may yet discover gold mines in these manuscripts. I'd like also to appeal to well-endowed Nigerians to create a...
has decided over the study of Ife, fired the first hurdle in his introduction to the book. He raised the question as to the validity of the claim that Ife is the cradle of the Yoruba race. Is this the home of all Yoruba, their ancestral home? His answer is to be found in the concept of the Oriru. According to him, Oriru is the prime origin of the being in which its essence was also returned. This has nothing to do with the socio-political position of Ife, but rather with its ability to rouse in all Yoruba the feeling of belonging to a common source.
Look at the program we announced indicates that this part of the program is just been reviewed. And I want to start the speech by thanking the MC for doing me this honor and favor. I say that because on a occasion like this, knowing my background, and I don't get the opportunity to say what I feel, I might be sending a very wrong signal back home. Secondly, with a general on this table, I might be cutting a very wrong performance evaluation report at the end of the day. If I do this stuff. So, I thank you for giving me the opportunity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if it is true that the story of the past will enable confident appreciation of the present and enhance confident march into the future, then the failure of the race wouldn't have come at any other time than now. And I want to commend the efforts of Professor Akinjori for a job well done. And I want to implore other scholars or writers to please emulate these fine examples set by a professor, so that our existence will continuously be put on record for generations yet above, to have a grasp of what we have gone through and what they are likely to go through and prepare for the future of the country. To those of you who have found time to be part of this historic occasion, I want to commend you too for sparing your time, and I want to wish you traveling masses back to wherever you come from. Mine wouldn't be a kind of speech as such, but a book on a race where I think I belong.
part of me, and I just want to say thank you to all of you. Thank you.
I do not like history much because they started us off with European history. And when we got to African history, then we narrowed down to West African history, I became interested because the instructor or lecturer kept telling us wonderful stories about a lot of West African countries and towns. Then when we got to Ife, it was something else. They came with stories like this. The cradle of the race. I think this is a very befitting title for this book. Some of them told us that most people, or everybody on earth, came from Ife, and how they descended from those from the high heavens. Some others believe that they came via a tunnel, still in Ife. It made that so interesting that everything history became part of me. And that was accounted for my not doing badly in history then. Today, I'm here in a capacity as the Osun State Administrator, and also to witness the launching of this great book by one of our professors. So I'm really happy to be here with members of my state and all our well-wishers. For this, I'd like to start off. His Excellency President, as the Imperial Guest of Honor on this occasion for the launching of the book titled The Cradle of the Race, edited by renowned historian Professor I.A. Akinjolu, the exploration of such resources to provide the much required industrial base for the state. To this end, I appeal to all scholars, historians, scientists, technologists, and researchers, among others, to intensify their efforts.
My friend and brother Shivaya would like to every time, considering the appalling state of our Yoruba history, which is now being grossly distorted. The cradle of the race is a welcome compliment, along with other efforts to put our Yoruba history on a surer footing in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have fathers, captains of commerce and industries, movers and shakers of capital markets and money markets, professors, eminent historians, and anthropologists. The co-launch this book and convey it to students, practitioners of history, political scientists, and the academic supermarkets all over the country. Please, you will supply on my account to Babaki Awolowo University 5 copies, the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria 5 copies, the University of Nigeria Nsukka 5 copies, the Ogun State University Agoiwoye 5 copies, and of course the very nice, the #1 secondary school in the whole of perhaps Nigeria, Adeola College, only 5 copies. And my own personal library, 5 copies, making about 35 copies. Then, before I tell you how much I'm going to buy or pay for that, for the copies, I'd like to say that Chief Akinde has already put in his own very substantial donation, and the figure, I'm afraid, is classified. In other words, we won't say much about it. It's a very good one. And 100,000 for the completion of the 1994 project. I got several scolding from my colleagues because their feeling was that I was intimidating them with the figures. I wouldn't want to be accused of the same here.
No.
And the government of Lagos State would like to have
one of the doctors was just having a handshake with the chief and the ceremony. I'm the administrator of the chairman of the occasion and the military administrator of Lagos State. And the resident.
Bàbá wa Adéṣọjí Adérẹ̀mí àsìkò tí wọ́n ń bì báyìí. Àti ìjọba bá ní ibẹ̀ náà nígbà tí wọ́n dé lọ́dọ̀ ń gbé ògbó fẹ̀ tó tún wá gbé jáde. Àsìkò tí wọ́n ní wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin ẹ̀nà mi lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin kí wọ́n máa sọ́ńbà àsìkò tí yóò. Bóyá ọ̀rọ̀ aṣáájú ọ̀la ń sáré jẹ̀rà. Ibi tí mo fẹ́ máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ mi sí i. Èyí pé àwọn wọ́n mọ̀ ń bá àgbà wọ́n kú bí báyìí. Wọ́n bá ṣe lóògùn ọ̀rọ̀ ìtàní ní ẹ̀rọ ọ̀la. Ẹjẹ́ àṣeyẹrẹ o. Bàbá ṣeyẹrẹ. Wọ́n á bá a ṣe ẹ̀bà tó jẹ. Tá a lówó lọ́wọ́ àwọn máa rántí ẹ̀. Ètò tó jẹ tá a lówó lọ́wọ́ àwọn máa rántí ẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọba wa, àwọn ọba wa, àwọn ọba aládé. Ayé títọ́sùn lẹ́nu kí n gbé mi tó ti lọ. Báwo ló lè lù? Àà lè lè rí ọ̀nà o. Àsìkò wọn á dá ìgbà ìlọ. Ewúrẹ́ òkú mú sọ́mọ́ àgùntàn. Àpẹẹrẹ ẹ̀wọ̀n òdúdó. Àwọn ètò ìṣẹ́ alábẹ́mọ̀ lọ́mọ ọmọ. But the benefit of those who don't speak Yoruba, who can't understand what I just said, give the opportunity to speak in Yoruba, in the language of our fathers, not the local ones, the use of idioms, to let us know that whilst what happened in the past, we are very important. What we do in our own time is what generations in future will read. Those who have done their best. Those of us who are alive have got a duty to make sure that the standard can be counted and we do our best. That our children and their children's children will feel as proud of us as we feel as proud of those who have gone. People like Baba, Kapis, Yaba, Adéṣọjí Adérẹ̀mí. I pray for those who are in position now, especially I commend our others for standing up in the corridor of their conviction. Truth is the only way forward. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. We truth of the matter is that we've got a decision to make at this point in time. Our fathers made their own decision. Must we share our responsibility in our own time? Must we take our responsibility?
Please stand up to answer this question. Please count law. We have 10 goals and
I'm sure you are not forgetting that the task goes on the shelf. It won't be long. Of the state power, justice, and on behalf of Jack Monarchy, listen.
Wait!
Wow! Good luck to you.
My honor.
I promise to do my best.
I promise to do my best.
To do my duty to God and my country.
Do my duty to my God and
my country.
To
help other people at all time.
To help other people at all time.
To obey the scout.
And to obey the scout.
Okay.
Well, congratulations.
Out.
She's performing one of those duties now. Please.
On behalf of the Lagos State Government Corporation, I present to you part of your uniform. Hope you wait for it.
Simple for you to be of good character all over the world.
So help me God.
So help me God. Now for the
do my duty to God.
But the Boy Scout of Lagos State is now ready for discussion.
How are you?
patron, spiritual and temporal, ladies and gentlemen of the Lagos State Administrator of Lagos State, not only to be here physically with us, with a Scout Commissioner in addition to being, we also take this opportunity to congratulate National Headquarters as added color to this important ceremony. And we take this opportunity therefore to record our appreciation of what they've done. Lastly, we do recognize with pleasure the attendance of robbers, chiefs, top public servants, other important personalities, and representatives of other voluntary organizations, with particular reference to our sister organization, the Guide. We are grateful to you all for gracing this ceremony with your presence, to provide which will make a citizen a man of honor. He has achieved a lot. Sir, one of your predecessors in office, Brigadier Raji Razaki, 4 years ago, commented about us as follows: country, and has achieved for itself a leading position among various voluntary youth organizations involved in character building and leadership training.
Representatives of the Brother Scout, a short while ago, I was welcomed to this gathering, after which I was decorated and adorned with the garb of office as patron of the State Scout. Let me now formally welcome you all in my capacity as the Lagos State Scout Patron to the 1994 Annual General Meeting of the Lagos State Scout Council. I am grateful to all those who have worked behind the scenes to make this meeting possible. I am particularly thankful to the Almighty God who has made it possible for this meeting and my investiture to take place as planned. Glory be to His name. The occasion of the annual general meeting of the State Scout Council offers a unique opportunity for the leaders of the Scout movement in Lagos State to assess their past performance, exchange views and ideas, and review various problems that are militated against past performances with a view to finding solutions to such identified problems and drawing up realistic programs geared towards promoting Scouting and its ideals in the state. Indeed, Scouting as a movement has made some tremendous impact on the youth of this country in the recent past. At this point, I am emphasizing the words given to you some 4 years ago by Brigadier General Razaki. The Scout achieving for itself a leading position among various voluntary youth organizations involved in character molding and leadership training. Its contributions to the moral upliftment of many Nigerians who today occupy various important positions has no doubt been attained through commitment, dedication, and coordination of both its leadership and followership. By its training and other character molding programs, The movement has been acclaimed worldwide as a pace setter in inculcating in them the sacred virtues of honesty, hardworking, self-discipline, and the spirit of selfless service and patriotism. Distinguished guests, it is, however, not good enough to observe in the time that there seems to be a lull in the activities of scouting at the state and national levels. The glowing spirit of voluntary service that is associated with scout leaders is fast disappearing into the oblivion. The varied training programs of Bob Ajab, involvement of scouts in community service in the rural and semi-urban areas, work camping and the various expedition programs which had made scouting a household word in towns and villages are now virtually abandoned. In addition, the population of scouts generally is virtually on the decline. Most of the scout leaders who should guide the scouts and scouters in schools during weekends are not always eager to make appearances. Furthermore, on the various reports reaching me on the state of affairs of the scout movement in the state, not much has been achieved. I therefore implore the State Scout Commissioner and his lieutenants to review their operational strategies with a view to effecting remarkable changes. It is therefore imperative for us to address our minds to these observations, as I believe there is every opportunity for scout leaders and scouters to restore the past glory of the scout movement. Invest substantially in the advancement of scouting and other youth and voluntary organizations in the state through annual subventions. It has also made donations in cash and vehicles to the organization. Other assistance include renovation of its new headquarters at Oworoshoki, sponsorship of the Scouts contingent in international programs, and a host of other services. Let me assure you that the state government will continue to encourage, support, and assist all voluntary organizations whose programs are geared towards the realization of our social development goals and objectives. In appreciation of the laudable role which voluntary organizations like yours have played in the past and still capable of playing, the state government is resolutely determined to provide necessary facilities and inducements to assist our various youth organizations in the achievement of their goals. Fellow Scouts and Scouters, the current wave of indiscipline in the society has reached such an alarming proportion that we now need more than ever before a conducive atmosphere which is essential for overcoming the severe economic, social, and political problems plaguing this country. The growing rate of juvenile delinquencies in our society and the involvement of some of our youth in armed robbery, fraudulent practices, drug trafficking, and drug abuse, and a host of other crime-oriented activities should be of concern to all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, in the checkered history of our country, one is not in doubt of the enviable and crucial role which voluntary organizations like yours as partners in progress have played towards national integration and survival of the realization of national objectives. The nation looks up to you for such roles now. I appreciate the fact that a lasting solution does not lie in driving the phenomenon underground by force, only to see it resurfacing in the near future. This is why this administration has resolved to join hands with other organizations not only to wipe out crimes in our society, but to create a new era of self-reliance and self-sufficiency among the citizens, an era that emphasizes the enhancement of collective approach
rather than disintegrated trust on the problems facing this country. I wish to seize this opportunity to appeal to all voluntary organizations in the state to join hands with the present military administration in the country in our efforts towards national reorientation, national reconciliation, and national integration. Your program, therefore, fellow Scouters, should focus more on the education of your members to wage war against juvenile delinquency, indiscipline, moral laxity, armed robbery, drug addiction and drug trafficking, indolence, ignorance, and most importantly, idleness, which led to the emergence of the menace of area boys. Your organization should join hands with the government on its new war against indiscipline and corruption. As our motto says, you should, as individuals and as a group, ever be prepared to salvage yourselves and the country from political and economic woes. Members of the State Executive Council, the President, State Scout Council, State Scout Commissioners, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once more, I welcome you all to the 1994 Annual General Meeting of the State Scout Council. I wish you all very successful and fruitful deliberations. Thank you and God bless. Chief Ayodele A.B. Engineer Oladipupo Alade Salaki.